One cannot think well, love well, sleep well if one has not dined well. What makes food so tasty? You might say a skillful chef, good material, or a good old recipe. Well, that's certainly true. You would be surprised to learn that there are a great deal of foods that were found on accident. That's right. Hi guys, welcome to our channel Best 10, and today we'll be talking about famous food discovered by mistake. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel Best 10. Some foods are associated with certain seasons, and when it comes to popsicles, it is mostly consumed in summers. Popsicles is a frozen snack that we hold with a stick and have different flavors. But do you know who invented it? It was an 11-year-old kid, Frank Epperson. In the year 1905, Epperson was making soda on his porch and accidentally he left it out all night in the cold. The next day he found the frozen liquid with the stirring stick freezed out in the mixture, and few years later he patented this famous dessert. It is true that a lot of people try to eat healthy, but there is always a cheat day where they eat unhealthy food like cheese puffs. Cheese puffs are puffed corns with some cheese flavors on it. In the year 1930, a Fleckel company invented a machine that crushed grains for animal feed. Edward Wilson noticed that workers poured moistened corn to reduce clogging, and their machine got so hot that moist cornmeal came out to be puffy ribbons, which got hardened because of the air. And Edward decided to bring those ribbons home, where he then seasoned them, and cheese puffs were invented. In 1930, Ruth Wakefield found that she had run out of baking chocolate one day. So, to compensate, she took a semi-sweet chocolate bar, broke it into pieces, and added those chunks to cookie dough. Well, we can thank fate, and there came the invention of first batch of chocolate chip cookies, and now these cookies are people's first choice. In 1890s, Dr. John Harvey Kellogg and his brother Will Keith Kellogg were searching for healthy, wholesome food that is also vegetarian for their patients. They forgot musty boiled wheat left out for too long, and that wasn't a part of their plan. But they went it for anyway and tried to make sheets of the dough out of the old dry wheat. When wheat came out as flakes, the brothers toasted them. And there you go, a new healthy food, cornflakes were ready. Although as many as 1.2 billion pounds of potato chips are wasted every year, apparently potato chips were not meant to be savory snack. Potato chips were invented in 1853, and we need to thank a customer for this creation. During a dinner service, Chef George had to keep making batch after batch of fried potatoes because a customer wanted the potatoes to be really thin. Chef then sliced the next batch of potatoes to be very thin, fried and salted them, and sent them out, and they became a major hit. What's an easier food to eat than a sandwich? You can eat them while walking, reading, gambling, and oh wait, that's how our cherished sandwiches came about. In 1700, George Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, used to play cards, and while playing he refused to leave the game for meals. So, when he got hungry, he asked his cook to bring him food and that he can eat while playing. So, cook tossed some meat in 2 slices of bread and created the very first sandwich. Ice cream was already a popular food long before cone was used as the way to serve it. In fact, ice cream was so popular that one day in 1904 at St. Louis World's Fair, an ice cream vendor ran out of dishes. Then Hamvey, who sold waffle-like crispy pastry in the next stall, quickly rolled up his product and gave it to ice cream vendor. And there the customers preferred cones over the cups. A lot of people love to have yogurt, but many people don't know how it is actually made or invented. It is believed that long years back, Central Asian herdsmen who stored their extra goat's milk in the containers made out of animal stomach to preserve it, which contained bacteria. They noticed that milk gained a thicker texture, and one of those herders were brave to taste it instead of throwing, and they found it tasty, and yogurt was invented. Nachos is another common and popular food item that is easy to make. In 1940s, a group of 10 military wives crossed the border in Mexico. There, a restaurant was opened, and that was Victory Club. A head waiter named Ignacio Nacho Anaya saw those hungry ladies. There, he decided to improvise something and covered fried tortilla with grated cheese and broiled it. To his surprise, the women loved his creation and named it the Nacho Special. Worcestershire sauce is fermented sauce made from the base of vinegar. In 19th century, the chemists John Billy Leah and William Perrins made an Indian sauce recipe on the demand of Governor of Bengal, who was eventually craving for his favorite Indian sauce. The chemist actually ended up creating wrong sauce which smelled really bad. The extra bottle of sauce was forgotten for about 2 years until they retasted it, and the flavor improved and the sauce became hit with the customers. So guys, start doing some inventions, and you never know, you might end up making any popular food item. And please tell in the comment section that which story shocked you the most. Also, if you want us to give you best information related to upcoming trending topics, make sure you like, share our video and subscribe to our channel Best 10 and hit the bell icon to get notified first.